Hello everyone, Lau here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Vlogmas. It's day 13 and yeah, before we get to the video that is like titled so that you maybe even just came for, if you're not really here for Vlogmas and you're just discovering this video like, I don't know, in a couple of weeks, month, or you're just not a Christmas person or not interested in my Christmas tree here and just want to see what I have to say about the Generation 5 ponies that I kind of want to review, and step ahead a couple of minutes, maybe around 10 minutes, and then you will see that video. But before, welcome back to Vlogmas, welcome back to Advent calendar opening. So here's my Disney pin advent calendar and number 13. Oh, here, bottom row, pink pouch. And what is it? Okay, this does not feel like one of the Disney villains' shoes. Feels different, feels round. So let's see what that is. Oh! So after a long while, because we just had one of those, we have one of the just Mickey shaped pins that always represent one other character. So this must be Stitch, right? Or is it Lilo and Stitch together? But it must be Stitch concerning the colors. And it even looks a little bit like his face. Just not 100% sure about this pattern. At first I thought about Lilo, but Lilo is wearing something red, right? But this must be Stitch. If I'm wrong, please correct me. Stitch is not a character that I'm like collecting anything of or I'm really hugely into, but I do like the movie. Lilo and Stitch is a really lovely movie, and it came out at a time when I was really not watching anything Disney, and also when Disney was a little bit struggling, I think, with their movies, and Lilo and Stitch was a pretty inexpensive movie to make. Also, you can see that from the backgrounds, etc. They turned back to watercolor backgrounds at that time. And it was very successful. So it was a huge success for them. Also, they made enough money to continue, etc. I mean, no one's really thinking about, oh my god, Disney's not making enough money nowadays. But 2002 or whenever that exactly was, 2003, it was a time when the Disney movies were not such like box office hits at the moment, and Lilo and Stitch really helped them, and it is a lovely movie. And I mean, how many sequels have they done? And Stitch is such a like iconic character. Not really liking the character itself, I'm really liking more the story of the two sisters and that whole family thing, and that's really close to my heart. Not Stitch itself so much, but yeah, it's cool. So, next calendar. Oopsie. So, 13, by the way, today's Monday. Yes, so 13. Monday, that means I have to work. When I say I have to work, I really mean work for my work and not work on YouTube videos or work on tools or anything. But what is that? Oh, special. I can feel that already. This is probably one of the most special things I put in this year's calendar. It was definitely the most expensive little thing that I put in there, and I didn't know when, so it's not just the 24th or something. As you see, I really put it in blindfolded. It is this cowboy hat. Now, for you pony collectors out there, you will know what that is, and you will know why I'm excited to have this. For everyone else, it's just like, why? What is a little cowboy hat? Yeah, it's just a little cowboy hat. It's for one of the Big Brother ponies. It's for Tex. Let's get him out. So the Big Brother ponies are a set of boy ponies. You can see they have a little bit of a different statue. They have these feathers here around the hooves, and they came with some accessories which are really hard to come by nowadays if you're a Generation 1 pony collector. So they came with combs and brushes, or just brushes, that were a little bit different. Some of them are really difficult to get. Then they have actually fabric bandanas wearing around the neck, also really hard to come by. And each of the ponies, each of the Big Brother ponies has a special head. Everyone's head is different. So here we've got Tex. He has also these cacti here, so he's like the cowboy pony, and he has this fabulous cowboy hat, the sheriff star in the front. And to really fit the ponies, the heads are really molded after their heads to, for example, here we have openings for the ears. And it's my very first hat that I have for the Big Brothers. I have nearly all of them. I mean, the ones that came out in Germany, at least there were a lot of them that were just released in the US. Some of them were just released in UK. Some of them are really thought after. And even those, the kind of normal set is pretty expensive. And if you find them with the hat, then it gets even more expensive, but the hat itself is sometimes the price of what I pay for a normal pony. I got this hat for 15 euro. And this is a good price for one of these hats separately. Because most people that put these hats online know what they are. I've never seen one of those hats for, I don't know, a couple of euros. Because someone didn't know what it is. Because then you just don't find it, because then people don't list it under the pony tag. Then it's maybe even a lot of something in there and hard to find then. But this was really the most inexpensive one that I could see, really, because I've been looking for those hats for some time now, and they even got more expensive. So 15, I didn't see that anywhere else than from this seller. So they are more around the $30 range, euro range, I would say, which is so stupid. I mean, you can also maybe find them for 20 or whatever, but I mean, 15 is actually a price that I want to pay for a normal pony. To be quite honest, I think I paid 16 euro for him. Well, he's a little bit of cut hair, but otherwise he's in a gorgeous condition. And so the hat was just €1 less expensive than the pony itself. But and Tex is my favorite of the Big Brother ponies. I love his color combination. I love the cowboy vibe. And cowboy hats are something I generally really enjoy. So reunited at least with one of his accessories. So yeah, that's a good introduction now also to what we're switching now to the video, because yeah, I have gotten some G5 ponies. So the very new ponies from the new My Little Pony, a new generation movie on Netflix. And I'm not a big collector of new toys, but I wanted to show some G5 ponies on my channel, because I'm a big pony fan. So have fun with that. And from this Christmassy perspective here, see you tomorrow. Hello everyone. So another pony themed video, but something else for today. This is actually a premiere on my channel, for me, because I never had any Generation 5 ponies on my channel before. Ooh. This is a huge box. Oof, it barely fits into the into the frame. And yeah, I am a vintage toy collector. So if you're new to my channel and you have made it through the stupid Vlogmas thing in the beginning and are actually just here for the Generation 5 ponies, you have to know that I'm a vintage toy collector. You see all of those Generation 1 ponies behind me. I'm also collecting some other vintage toys. But every now and then I'm also interested in new toys, especially My Little Pony. I have also G3 ponies, and up there you can't see them, there are a lot of G4 ponies. Mostly I get all of it secondhand. Oh no! Something fell down behind the camera. So mostly of like flea markets actually. Most of my G3 ponies and my G4 ponies are from flea markets, sometimes also online, whereas my G1 collection mostly is purchased online. And I actually kind of never purchase toys at retail. So because this is new, I bought this at online at My Toys, but the price everywhere is kind of the same. I could have bought it from another seller probably for the same, because this set of 6 G5 ponies was 69 euro or something, so around the 70 euro. I got a little bit of discount because it was the first time for me purchasing on My Toys and everything, that seems to be a lot, but you have to consider that they are 6 big ponies in there. So this is the styling size that we have for Generation 5. There are also smaller ones out there that are more in line with the size of the G4 small brushables. And yeah, I was just really thinking about, should I purchase some? Is that interesting on my channel? Not really. I don't want to start collecting them. But when I saw this 6-pack of this fashion style size.
Stop, cut. I have to warn you, throughout this video, I almost always use the word fashion style size, and that's not correct. I don't know, it has nothing to do with fashion. I don't know, maybe I have too much Barbie fashion on my mind or whatever. And they are called styling size. I think that's what the size is, because you can style a lot of hair, etc. better than with the super small ones. Styling size. But I always say fashion size. I'm sorry.
All of the characters, mainly that we know now from the movie, I couldn't resist. I bought it, and probably this will be the last thing that I buy for G5 in retail. If I find stuff like at flea markets or wherever, might pick it up still. I have this laying around for quite a while. I have not gotten around filming. A and B, it's not that long ago that I've actually just watched the movie, and I did not want to review toys that I've not seen the movie for, because I don't have Netflix. I only have Disney Plus. I'm not a huge streaming watcher. Is that a word? So I'm not watching a lot of things on the streaming services. Disney Plus is enough for me. But my niece has it, and yeah, finally I watched the movie. And it is good. I don't want to give you a movie review here. I'm a huge fan of the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic TV series. I also like the movie of that, but the series is mainly what I really, really love. And so I was really I don't know, this new style, but it looks good. It is really well made, the look. It's in, if you not really know what it looks, it's basically what the characters here look at the bottom. So it's CG movie, we know it from everything Disney, etc. And the quality can hold up. It's produced for Netflix, and this is really good. The animation is beautiful. I'm happy that I kept the songs. So as we know it from the Friendship is Magic series, there are a lot of songs in there. They're good. They're good pop songs. Not super sticking in my head yet, but I've just watched it once, so who knows. And it is also connected to the Generation 4, so to the Friendship is Magic series. It plays a lot of years later, and the plot is really that the Earth ponies, the Pegasi and the unicorns, are not living together in a happy Ponyville, like Equestria, whatever. They are divided, they're scared of each other, and it's really like a little bit of a like racist thing going on between those pony races, and one of the main characters tries to change that, and then they all get together as a friendship group and try to solve that, blah 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 blah. It's a really nice movie. It's made for children, more like what you would think if you're really like, oh, that must be so good. It's made for children. The story is really simple, but it was really enjoyable to watch, and now I feel at least confident to review these toys. I will start showing you the carton again. So this is a new thing that Hasbro does, that you can touch the toys. There's no plastic involved. It's only the carton. This, yeah, here. The interesting thing is that this is not even the logo, the correct logo. It looks actually different. So it was produced before I probably settled on the logo. And at the back, you can see the ponies again in the typical movie artwork. So Hasbro wants to reduce plastic, which is a good thing. They also, the strings that are holding the ponies are not plastic. They are this, I don't know what you call this material. There is some, like, can you see that, some tape here that's plastic, and I'm not really sure when these things are on the toy store shelves and people are touching them all the time and they can get dusty and all of that. I don't know if that's the best thing, but I get it. They still want to have a kind of a window to show the real toys, because otherwise they could just give the toys in an enclosed box. They have done that very often with play sets in the past, etc. But yeah, I get it. If you want to buy a toy, a pony, you want to see it. So I don't know where that leads to. I'm a little bit like torn between, oh, that's a good thing to reduce plastic, and a bad thing for the toys themselves, which are made of plastic, obviously. So let's see how this opens up. Whoa, the very first pony is free from the box, and that actually takes a very long time. I will definitely speed that up by a lot. And the interesting thing is also we have here some male ponies. So, and the male ponies have a molded mane. So let's speed it up a lot, and then I will be back to you with all of the ponies free. Woohoo! That took quite some time, but now they are free, all of them. Here's the box, and here's all of the stuff that it was tied to. Obviously, you can also just snap them out from the front, because you know it's open. But I wanted to have at least a clean box, because I think I will store that in my basement or somewhere. Who knows, whenever it's nice to have the box full of ponies again. Whoops, here's still my scissors, and all of those ponies, and they come with one single comb. But the reason why I thought this set actually is good for me to purchase is because there's not hundreds and thousands of little accessories, because some of these ponies have been released single, like I think Izzy, definitely, then Sunny and Pip. I think these definitely already have single releases and in this size, and they come with so many accessories because they are made for children, of course. So many hair accessories and little bits and bobs that I don't want, I don't need. I don't know where to put them and I don't need them. So it was nice for me to just have all of the ponies, no accessories. I mean, they could have included some more combs. Where is it actually now? Here. But at least we have one of these combs. I don't think that I've seen this shape of comb before. Is it really new for G5? Because I remember some of the bigger ponies in G4 also came with G3 combs, so I'm not exactly sure, but it is a nice like shape and feels okay, feels sturdy. So I'm happy with this type of comb, so I like it. Before I really will get to every single pony and we will switch the camera around, and I will also show you comparisons to different other types of ponies, let's just quickly say why I tended to buy the fashion style sized ponies. Well, you see, they are in general really thin, pretty like tall, lengthy, and the same kind of body shape is also used for the small ones. And in this small size, to me, they look so flimsy. They look so, I don't know, they are kind of the same size as the G4 brushables, the small ones. But the G4 ponies still had a little bit more body to them. So obviously it's plastic reduction here, not for the environment, but for saving money for the company. So I don't like them in this small size from, I don't know, completely the other way around from the G4s, where I like the small ones and I don't like them scaled up for fashion size because I think they look thick and clumsy. I don't know, I don't like those. But for these, this is a really nice pony size for me. They feel great when I have them in my hands. They are pretty solid, so they're pretty heavy. They are not hollow like G1s or the other G3s, etc. And just from the beginning, they have a ball joint on the head. So their heads are definitely way more movable. And from my very first look here, what I see, I don't like that the guys have molded on manes. But other than that, I really like the shape and I like the quality. So let's switch the camera around and show you every single pony and then comparisons to the other gens. So let's start with the main character, which is Sunny Star Scout. Yeah, I would say let's just start with what the body really is. You can see it's really slim and like slender, very different to a lot of the other ponies that we have, because actually the cute feature from V4 ponies often is that they are a little bit chubby, but then again I also like some of the more slender ones like the Sweetheart Sisters or something. So yeah, that's not really something that would bother me. Very big difference to most of the other ponies that we know is that they have these feathers here, and yeah, we had this in generation 1, for example, with the big brother ponies, so with the boy ponies, but here for generation 5, I mean, both of them have this. So she's a girl and this is a boy pony, so there is no difference. But what it actually reminds me more of is something similar was already there in generation 2. And actually, if we see the transition from generation 1 ponies, just here, to generation 2 ponies, oops, they also got a little bit like more like slender and you know, thin. And this kind of also happened to the ponies from generation 4 to generation 5. Now I just have the small ones, but they are definitely a little bit more stout, a little bit more like stubby than these. And they have gotten these feathers here, same as, for example, in generation 2. Yeah, their body is bendable, so it's not super hard plastic, but it's definitely not hollow. So I don't know how they put the tail in, etc. No idea. And they're pretty heavy, but they feel really good in hand. Probably not for a super small child, then I would probably say the small ones, because there are G5 ponies that are in this size here, but with these type of bodies, they would probably be better for really small children, I would say. But for me, in my hand as a collector, feels really good, feels hefty, it feels good quality. Well, the symbol, the cutie mark, as we know it since generation 3, I think, only on one side. That's definitely more cost effective than putting it on both sides. So with G2 we still had it on both sides, but once we got into generation 3, just one side, and that has not changed since then, and it probably will not change. So the symbols in general, I have to say, they are not really something that I like. I mean, not from the toy itself, but from the designs. I don't know, they're not really memorable. They have so many different colors, and they're, I don't know, they're kind of generic. I am no, not really a big fan of the symbols, to be honest, or the cutie marks. But this has nothing to do with the toy itself, it's more of the design. So if you would ask me, hey, what's the symbol of Izzy Moonbow? I would just say, I don't remember, because it's so undefined, I don't know. I think Izzy has, yeah, button and needles. Well, I should remember that, because I like to sew, but anyways. The body, yeah, the neck is also really thin and really long, and the head that sits on it, I already said this, is on a ball joint. I like that, but this just works because we have this neck situation that is like really long neck, and then we have an almost like round head, very human-like, very human-like. If you compare this to, I don't know, to a generation 1 pony, which really is more in line with what a pony or what a horse would look like, the neck is the same size, like what comes from the body, and then the head just, it gets out, there is nothing, it's not like, so I don't know, it's very different and not very horse-like. And if we see that, I mean, what's horse-like about this is neon, it has eyeshadow, and obviously, but the whole like statue is way more like a real horse, other than what we have here. But I like the way the head turns, it is really smooth, and the face looks cute. It's really like the animated face from the movie. They have translated that very well. Obviously, they have eyebrows. To be honest, if we take them away and know what the characters look in the movie, that would look strange. But this is just how they designed them to be. This is the first generation that ponies have eyebrows. Previously, we just had things like eyeshadow. No, eyebrows we did not have before. Let's get to, like, in general, if you have the pony from the front, it really looks like a human face. It's cute, and it's just what probably they decided to go for. But in general, still, the body is not that human-like. So, for example, they are not walking on 2 legs, or like we had that before. Like, even in Generation 1 with the My Little Pony Tales cartoon, they were walking on 2 legs. Or in Generation 3, we had these very human body type Ponyvilles. So this is still more horse-like, but the head is very human, especially from the front. From the side, it's still a little bit better. The hair feels good, and I'm really impressed with that. Especially the mane. No, I won't take out all of these beautiful hairstyles because they have kind of done or tried to do the hairstyles mimicking what they look in the movie. So I won't change that. So yay for factory curls. And they look really good. Look at this little like forelock here. Then her braid. Then there are some curls. And especially the manes feel really, really, really soft. I have the impression that the tails are the cheaper material. I can see that. You can see that when they divide a little bit like this here. And they will be very frizzy when children try to comb it out, etc. But so the manes really are a really soft nylon. I'm 100% sure. They are really well, like this is really nice material. Yeah, as I said, some of them have some rubber bands in them for the hairstyles, and in 20 years from now they will be probably rotted, but for now I will definitely leave it like this because this is very sweet. Like I think, yeah, all of them come like pre-curled, so I don't know, wouldn't it be better for some of them to not have curls? Because if you, like a little child, would brush this, that would be frizzy as hell. Why are they not doing it straight? I don't know. But for me as a collector, well, it looks okay. So, size comparison. It's a little bit tricky because this, as I said, is the styling size. If you would have them in the normal, like cheaper, obviously brushable size, then yeah, they would be around the same size as the G4s, but they would look like slimmer and etc. because this then scaled down makes a really thin pony. Yeah, well, let's get out some of the other fashion styles at first. Now, the thing with fashion style ponies is that they were meant to be bigger and have more hair for the children to really play with. So more hair play and more, like in general, styling play, etc. So the first fashion style sized ponies that we had were not in G1, we're not in G2, but we're in G3. And I don't know if it gets in frame. It is giant. So this is the fashion style size for generation 3. Ginormous. Let's get it maybe like this, almost in frame. Then they already started to scale down. This is around the size that like fashion style ponies from G4 were sized. And now here is the fashion style size of G5. So it gets smaller. Obviously that's like reduction of plastic, of material, so they can keep kind of the price points, etc. Production gets more expensive, that's for sure. And I think these are too big. They are, in my opinion, they're too ginormous. What I don't like about these is, yeah, the more a little bit like thicker, like cutesy, chubby pony size of G4 scaled up looks too thick. I really don't like G4 fashion styles at all. But then again, I really like fashion styles of G5. So this is, I like the body. And now let's get to the next comparison, because why do I actually like that body? Probably because now they start to get more in line with the normal brushable size of G1. So obviously they are taller, but if you just compare the bodies, so they kind of stand the same size. It's just about the neck that is very long and the big head and the long ears, etc. Even more if we get one of the, so the Sweetheart Sisters, they are more slender, so they even resemble this size more. So let's get down again, because so they resemble this size even more. So their backs are nearly the same height. Just again, they stand taller because of the big heads. And I found out that size-wise, there are some G1s that are standing a little bit taller. So these are probably the best comparison. So these two, let's say, are probably the best comparison. And that's why I kind of like this size, and I like them because size-wise now they are in line with the normal brushables of G1. This is the bubblefish pose. It's one of the biggest G1 poses. And then let's combine it with the slenderness of this one, although these are also pretty slender. And kind of in the middle we have the G5 brushables. So if we get a G2 pony, I mean, you've seen that, but yeah. Body type kind of thing, yeah. Similar, because slender, and they have these feathers at the hooves, but obviously way smaller, and head-wise also not comparable. G3s, I think, I mean, I picked out a similar colored one here now, but still you cannot compare it neither to the normal brushable size, they are way smaller than these, nor to the big styling size that we just had in frame. Where did I put it actually? Ah, here. So not comparable to G3 at all, I would say. Neither to G3.5, which is this size, which is then smaller even than with G3. Like, what is a little bit comparable to G3.5 is the head. I think G3.5 already had this kind of round human head. They had very thin necks, and now I obviously also picked a very similar colored one. That was intentional. And they kind of have similar rooted heads. I mean, not really, because they really have here like a human, like if you could put bangs, etc. It's really like the whole the top here is rooted, which gives it nice, like a lot of hair. And we had that a little bit different with the G3.5s. They already also had like kind of rooted bangs very often. And what's nice about them, they have a lot of hair. Definitely. Now, the color scheme looks awfully similar to Scootaloo, and Scootaloo also was a character in then G4, just a baby pony. Did not take that out for comparison, but hair colors, etc. But these, as far as I know right now, they are not related or anything. So we still could learn that in the TV show that will start, I don't know, sometime next year or so, but I don't think that. This is just like they picked out the color scheme and yeah. G4 comparison, yeah, size-wise, as I said, fashion style size is around that, so it's a little bit comparable but a little bit smaller, and statue-wise, more thin than the normal brushables here. Maybe more in line with some of the princess brushables, because they already had the very long legs and very slender bodies. And yeah, the princess ones, maybe a little bit more comparable to that. Let's move on to Izzy Moonbow. I don't know, probably my favorite character from the movie so far. I don't know, she's very sweet, she's kind of innocent, but funny, and she's very creative. So, and she's got pins and buttons, so a little bit like, I don't know, I like that. Very nice color scheme. Obviously they could not represent her hair is actually more like fading color from top to bottom changes, and they can't, I mean they can do that, but it's like very expensive, so they have just rooted different streaks of hair. So these colors actually would go more like this, so that the bottom is different, more like a dip dye or something. Again, you can see cheaper tail quality than mane. She is a unicorn, so she's the only unicorn of this set, and her horn in the movie is really long and thin, way more than with any other ponies that we have seen. But and they kind of represent this here in the toy, but it's not that. It's not like that you could hurt yourself. And it has a really nice curving. So normally with unicorns, let's start comparing it to G1 unicorns. So here, I've picked one that's very similar in color and has also buttons. So this is buttons. You can see actually it's always just a normal swirl around. And I don't have any G2 unicorns, there are not many. Let's grab a G3 unicorn. The horn got even more stubby, shorter, and also just has a normal swirl around. And we already had it in frame. Let's get out a G4 unicorn. Even smaller. I mean, the pony itself is way smaller, but very thick and stubby. And just if we get to the like princess molds, then the horn starts to get longer. So this is more representative of her, but also just the normal swirl around kind of pattern or carving. And I like that they have tried something different here. All around we have very let's put them aside. So all around very nice like carvings that are, yeah, it's just something different. Why not? This is not bothering me. I like that they have tried something different, which is still very, very lovely and magical. I'm not sure, maybe the G2 unicorns also had something like this. I don't have any, so yeah. Other than that, you can see that they share exactly the same body, just the head is different. So not only that this pony has a horn to be a unicorn, but if you really look closely, I think even their heads, no, not really, they are the same. They are really just different because this one has a horn. So earth pony and unicorn, same body, and all of them have kind of the same body, so that's a little bit boring. Yeah. Let's get to the next one. Let's just maybe do the two males here that we have. So this is actually the villain of the movie. I really don't like that character. It's so stupid, like, I don't know, it's just so stupid, that character. As you can see, both of them have molded manes, but rooted tails. Like, I don't know. They have, again, the same body. Let's get out again Sunny here. So, yeah, it's really the same body, although if you look, they stand a little bit taller here. Zup, 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 zup. But from what I can see, it's not because of the body being very much different. So it's really similar, maybe a tiny bit wider, not even sure. Could be, yeah, this is a little bit thinner here. This is a little bit wider. So they have a different body, but really not really noticeable. Why didn't they give them then, if they make another mold for the boys, why didn't they do really a different size? Maybe one hoof up or something. And then here, this is a little bit more like pronounced, and then the neck is even longer, and then the head, which is more square from the side. You can see the head itself is a little bit smaller, but it's even more square, especially concerning the snout in the front. Very not pony-like at all. So even this one looks even more human, or if you just see it from the front, to me it looks more like a llama or an alpaca or something with a human face. It's kind of disturbing. From the side, I think it's still okay. And for Hitch, because this is Hitch, Hitch Tail Blazer. Not very good with all of those like long names, and this is, I don't know, Sprout? What was his name? Sprout. I mean, yeah, he has a Sprout here. Deputy, or then Sheriff, or then Emperor, whatever, Sprout. Yeah, they have the same molds, just they use different eyes. So, what's interesting is I think this will probably be one of the only sets to get this character. I mean, Hitch is more of one of the main characters, the good guys also, etc. So he has already gotten some other releases. Not sure, fashion style size, not I don't think so. But this one is the only release of this character so far ever. So let's see if this will be one of the more like difficult ones to get, because this is one of the only sets where he will be released. Who knows? Not a very pleasant character in any ways. Symbols, yeah, this is like, what is this? I don't know, I don't like that. This looks good, reminds me a little bit of Shining Armor symbol. So let's get some of the boy ponies out. So here is Generation 1 boy pony, kind of the same size, obviously not as slender as those here. Nice long tail, but the Generation 1 boys also had very nice long hair. So I don't know why this is such a big thing why can't they give male ponies long, nice flowing hair? I don't know why they can't do that, because boys can't have long hair, or what's the message behind that? Obviously, yes, boys most often don't have long hair, but I don't know. I mean, why didn't they just give them short hair? G2 did not have any boy ponies they had boy ponies, but not in a different mold, so they just look the same as the girl ponies. G3 ponies, no boy ponies at all. Can't show you any of that. And in G4 we had just very not very many male characters. We've got Shining Armor, and you can see the symbol like very similar kind of. I like this mold. I never liked that they just gave him this troll hair. And here is another G4, like this is more of the reboot pose male pony. I also like that, but here they gave all of the boy ponies this mohawk. So why are they afraid to give boy ponies long hair? I have no idea. But at least this was rooted, not plastic. So I'm happy that we got 2 boy ponies here, but not happy not that happy about them. And as I said, I don't know if I said that, but the tail and the mane is not even the same color. Same here. I mean, this is okay, but this really is different. So Hitch and Sprout. Yeah. And now the 2 Pegasi. This is Zipstorm and Pip. Well, she has also cut Storm. I don't know. No, probably not. Princess Petals. So they are both princesses from the Pegasi kingdom or town or whatever that really is, and I really like those. From the movie, character-wise, I like Zip way more than Pip. I don't know. She seems to have a little bit of a bigger role than her. She's just I'm the superstar singer, and I blog, and hi guys, and I'm the YouTuber, whatever. A little bit strange, but why not? But she has kind of, for me, the more important role. And I also like her look way more. Obviously, she's kind of inspired by Rainbow Dash with the symbol that's like a lightning bolt, and she's a Pegasus, and she tries to fly, and she's more of the, the tomboy character. From the bodies, they stand the same size as we had it before with like the others. So their legs, etc., that's really the same. But they have wings, and their wings are awesome. And it's not even just one kind of wings. Like, we have 2 different molds of wings. So these are more like, you know, a little bit angel wing, like more cutesy. And these are really like bird wings. Amazing. And they are colored in. This is really well made. This is like, we have like 3 different, actually 4, but this is the same color as the body, different colors. And even they have this little like, what would you call that? It doesn't look like just very straightforward little, what is that called? It's a little dip in here. I don't know. This is if there has happened like an accident or something. And this is very normal with feathers, with real feathers. We have that here as well. So this is a detail I really like. And here they did the kind of the fade, not really fading, but it's like a the transition from the body color to a little bit different. And this looks really like it's airbrushed on or something, because it fades into this metallic. And this is really a metallic paint, same as here we have metallic shiny paints. This is really awesome. Their symbols, okay, not that interested. I will probably tomorrow I will have forgotten what the symbols look like. I don't know why. As I already said, here very nice curls, really soft. The hair is really soft. The tail not so much, but this is for all of the ponies the same. What's really amazing is this. This is also a pony, but it's a girl pony, but she's got short hair. And they have molded it kind of the same, reminiscent of what she looks in the movie. Why couldn't they do that with the boy ponies as well? Isn't that kind of the same thing? First I was like, yeah, maybe the boy ponies, short hair is not that easy to do, but they have done that here. Well, this actually is kind of also like a helmet here, but I mean, you could brush that out, but why would you? Because then the whole hairstyle is not what it actually is supposed to be. I like that, and I like that they did it with real hair. This is awesome for me. Let's look at the faces. Yeah, the same again, but they have different eye shapes, and all of them actually have, I think. So here's more like a little bit pointy. This is more round with some more eyelashes. To be honest, all of the ponies, they do not have a lot of eyelashes. So just a little bit here, tiny bit here. Very different to when we look at what actually ponies had a lot of eyelashes, or at least very big eyelashes here, or even here, let's compare it here, a lot of eyelashes. So that's not really a thing that they did. I don't know why, because eyelashes always make everything more girly, and obviously they try to be still a girl toy line, but yeah, I don't know, did the boy ponies in G1? Yes, even the boy ponies in G1 had eyelashes, so not in G4 though. So let's compare those two to the other Pegasi we had in the other generations. So for G1, most of the molds, and we had a lot of different poses obviously in G1, but their wings are really close to the body, and here they are really spread out wide. Then let's have, like, yeah, G2, no Pegasus ponies at all. G3, not a lot of Pegasus, but I have one here. G3 also already had the wings like spread out far from the body and not close to the body. Looked a little bit strange, so it's a little bit stubby, I don't know. It's okay, but like these wings are like awesome, right? This is really what I would like call like a Pegasus concerning like these wings. G4, also had the wings spread out wide, so not close to the body. So far only G1 had the wings very close to the body, but they were also like part of the body mold. Only if we get to the G4 princesses, they had wings that were separate. They are way more bendable than the body, and they were attached to it. So all of the princess ponies had the wings like separate from the body mold, but very like wide, spread out, and similar to G5 now, but in G5 the wings really are part of the body mold. Oops. Now I have seen the small scale G5s, and they have different wings. So they have the wings also folded in, more like Generation 1, more like here close to the body. So that's interesting that they not have just scaled up and scaled down the ones. So the ones that are like the smaller size that I don't have, they don't have these wings that are spread out wide. They have them folded in close to the body. So what else could I say? I think we have all of them now, and yeah, again, some of them have the symbol on the right or on the left side, so it's, if I would display them, I always would try to get the side to, yeah, that shows the symbol. This one then here, and then Sunny again has the symbol on this side. So I think there are pros and cons, but I'm happy that every generation of children actually can have their own ponies. I don't know how massively popular these will get. I don't know if it will get that popular as we had it with G4. Maybe not, but it's just one movie out currently on Netflix, and there is a whole show planned. I don't know if the whole show will be CGI or it will get to a more classic style cartoon, like not 3D animation. Who knows? I don't know that. I'm not that into like getting all of the news, etc. But as I'm a pony collector, I'm happy to have these now in my collection. And if like the show brings out new characters that I want to have, sure, I will try to get them. But I actually want to stick to this size and not have too many, because obviously they're bigger and not that easy to display. But I just don't want to get all of the small ones, just if I find them like at flea markets or wherever. But so far they are still so new that I've never seen anything of Generation 5 at a flea market. So yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this little bit of an unusual video for me, because I'm not doing a lot of toy reviews, and I'm not tend to get new toys, but with ponies, that's my main thing. I love my little ponies. So it was actually pretty like clear for me from the beginning that at one point I would get some and show you them. So if you like that video, give it a thumbs up. I won't have much content about G5, but if you are into Generation 1 or any other pony generations or other vintage toys, such as Polly Pockets, Keepers, Cherry Mary Muffin, Care Bears, all that stuff, then maybe consider subscribing, or in general just like the video, and I will be happy about that. So thank you for watching, see you real soon, and may the ponies be with you. Bye!